Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show. And today we're going to talk about a signal that just recently flashed and what happens as a result. It's a bullish signal, but there's a word of caution with that. We're going to take a look at that and a whole bunch more. Before we do that, smash the like button. This does help get this channel and to more people, and does, of course, help support the channel. And if you're new, smash that subscribe button and you'll get my daily updates. Let's jump over to the Bitcoin charts here. And I want to show you straight off the bat, I'm just going to show you what this indicator is. It's the hash ribbons indicator. And you've heard me talk about it before. If you want to add it to the charts, it's the one by Capriole, C-A-P-R-I-O-L-E, yes. Hash ribbons indicator. You put that on and you put it on the weekly time frame there. You got to put it on the weekly time frame, and there you go. Now this is fired off and had a success rate, I believe, of a whopping 18 out of 21 times it's fired off, and the failure was during 2020 there with that Black Swan event. So we just had it fire off fairly recently. Now the last time, now I do want to urge some caution. There usually does seem to be a little bit of a dip. Let's look at the last few times that this fired off. So first of all, let's look at how it fired off here just a week or so ago there. And of course, we've already seen a little bit of downside. Generally, when this fires off, it's generally not a time to buy, because also the Tribal Trades indicator fired off a bearish reversal signal. And if you got out me, then you won't be down in your portfolio. One indicator to rule them all. But if you look over here, as you can see, the last time it fired off back in May, the price did drop from the high there of 112 and bottom out at 98. So it wouldn't really have been a good time to buy, although it did recover to 123. So if you'd bought there and just held through the dip and it would have gone up eventually, you would have been okay. We look at the previous time, and again, after it fired off, there was a little bit of a downside there from about 90,000 down to the low of 74,000, and you would have been okay because eventually it reached that top of about 112. Let's have a look again. The previous time before that, we're not going to go back too far here just for the sake of time, but you can see the previous time it was marked off a buy. It wasn't really a buy. It's more of a sell signal and buy in a few weeks. And so I don't know why they have buy there, because the Tribal Trades indicator said to sell. And which indicator was correct, by the way? The Tribal Trades indicator was correct. That was the time to get out, and then it gave you the perfect time to get in there with the green dot. So this is why I don't go off the hash ribbons indicator. I see a lot of influencers out there talking about it. However, it's the Tribal Trades indicator that is proven to be the accurate one there, with this beautiful green signal there right on the 50-week moving average. It gave it right on the button. And then, of course, it gave that signal up here right when it reached that beautiful high there at 100. But what it does tell us is that a reversal is likely to come soon. Let's see how many weeks it was after we got this first. So let's look at the first one here. How many weeks after was 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks after it fired off. So about 5 weeks in total. And that is when actually would have been the good time. That was when the low came in. And so we're only into our second week after it fired off. Let's look at the previous one before that. There it fired off, and then it was just 1, 2 weeks there for that one. So possible reversal coming up there. And then this one here, of course, was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, essentially, you know, couple of weeks, 3 weeks after. So about a month in total, including the week that it fired off on there, because that did reach a low. This is a higher low. So yes, 4 weeks, but it didn't really start to recover until actually another month after that. And I'm thinking that's what we might actually see here, is we might actually see we come down for 3 or 4 weeks, have a little bit of a reversal like we saw here, create a lower high, and then come and make a higher low and then we take off, and that would round out our August and September bearish months for Bitcoin. I'm not sure we're going to see as deep a drop, of course, unless we go into a bit of a bear market situation. I give that indicator with a touch of you don't buy it when it fires off. Usually somewhere between 4 to 8 weeks later is generally it will bottom out, and the tribal trades indicator is what gives us that signal of a bullish reversal to get back in. We also see very low volume at the moment. We see these moves to the upside there, great volume. These are moves you can jump in because you have incredible volume to the downside, and volume has been decreasing these last few weeks, which is why even though we bounced off the 50-day moving average, I did not get in a trade simply because the volume is just so low on this pump. And so never trust a pump with low volume. What do we see here? We see the Bart Simpson, which is what I warned about, which generally will have us come back all the way back to 110. Look, I'm going to give the scenarios to the downside. We could hold the 50-day moving average here through August and September and just pivot sideways and be very choppy. But my expectation is to come down and test the 100 down here, the 100 EMA and the 100-day moving average down there at about 108,000. That would be my expectation of some kind of wick or drop down to that, even a close down there. And look, probably the worst case scenario is just to come down and retest the 200 EMA on the daily. And so if we were to lose this level, then I would say it's most likely the end, and a confirmation of that would be the loss of 90,000. The beauty of it all is I'm not in any trades at the moment because we got the red dot, the bearish reversal. That was my signal to get out, and that I will get back in when we see a bullish reversal signal. We've not seen that. Or, of course, I could try and front run this trade by getting it in on the 9 EMA, a break of the 9 EMA on the daily. Or there's nothing wrong with buying a dip, by the way. I don't need to get the bullish reversal before we get into the play. If we were to come down to the 50-day moving average and hold there and not break below that and not have a big candle close below it, another candle open and close below it, this could be a good place to get in a trade with a stop loss, because we might front run breaking above the 9 EM on the daily, unless the 9 EMA by that time has come down below the 50-day moving average. And definitely no problem taking a trade off the 100 EMA off the 100-day moving average there, as long as that level was to hold, for example. So I will keep you updated with those trades periodically on my YouTube channel, but you can get those daily updates in the Tribal Trades Discord. So what we see right now is the 9. You lose the 9 EMA. That's quite bearish. You have a candle that closes below it. Then you get your second candle with volume to the downside. That's a market maker selling candle. That's your open and close below, and then you get your trifecta where the 9 crosses below the 20. Now, we might have a situation where it's quite short-lived, where the 9 crosses below the 20 over there, and then you get that candle back to the upside. It breaks through, we get a close above it, and then we get a candle that open and close retest there, and that means you can get in a trade. And of course, the Tribal Trades indicator gives you that early entry to that trade. That's why I love the Tribal Trades indicator, my trading strategy, where it can get you in earlier into trades, and then you can of course add to trades once you break above those key areas. That's what we see there. Of course, a couple of trades that I gave yesterday, absolutely fantastic. I do want to go to the wins column. She 1002, brand new to the Discord. So proud of myself. Started using a little amount to fund to see if I can do it. I did. Thanks for your teachings, Tribal Trader. You did a really good job laying out all of your knowledge to us. Incredible life-changing gains trading course university that comes as part of the Tribal Trades Discord, as does the Tribal Trades Indicator, which is a paid indicator that you get free with the Discord. Well, it's not really free. You pay for the Discord and you get the indicator as part of that, along with all these incredible plays that I give out, alerts and signals for bearish and bullish reversals. So all of my personal trades are in here for my longer term investments there that you can follow and trade along with me. And of course, we had some wonderful crypto plays yesterday, and this shows you here. So I gave a long play on Solana, but a short on Sui and a short on Tau, and I gave some details about it, and look what happened there. Of course, targets all hit. The Solana play went long, hit the target of 170 before obviously pulling back. You could have gone long and then short and doubled up on Solana. I also teach how to do that in the Tribal Trades Discord. And of course, we had Sui short, also hit Tau short, hit all three crypto plays, played out beautifully. The Solana long, then the Sui and the Tau short. 3 for 3. You got to risk it for the biscuit. You've got to be in it to win it, because scared money doesn't make money. And if you'd taken all three of these trades, you could have easily have paid for the price of Discord and more. And of course, speaking of that here, I love here April Parker, the OKLL trade. I love these testimonies here. There, I call her the OKLL queen. Here it is here, making a killing on OKLL. Is the 2x leverage, so you can make 2 times the money. She's made $10,000 in the past month since I alerted the OKLL trade there. More than paying for the Discord. Pays the Discord, I think, for about 20 odd years, if my math is correct there. Absolutely fantastic trade. Well done there. And so those crypto plays were absolutely huge there. As you can see there, the Sui, we went from $3.48 down to $3.42. The Solana, we went long from 167 to 170, and that hit 170 on the button before reversing. That's why it's so important to lock in your profits and take them before they're gone. And then Tau, we had a rejection at 348. It did exactly that, and it hit our target of 338 there on the button. So well done to everybody who took those plays in the Discord there. And the Discord is currently closed. It was open last in June, and now we are going to reopen it again. You can get on the wait list for the Discord. How do you do that? Below in the description of this video, there is a link. Now, you might need to click the more button to get to the link, and it will pop out for you. You click on that, and then you click on the wait list, and you can sign up for the wait list. So as soon as we do reopen the Discord, then we will be able to add those off the wait list. And of course, at times, there may be those that don't renew the subscription, and that's fine, because then people who are on the wait list, I'm able to move people from the wait list into the main section of the Discord so they can get these incredible plays, learn the trainings. And of course, the live sessions that we have another one tomorrow on Thursday, and I think we'll do another one on the weekend as well. We just did one last Saturday, but I think we'll do another one this Saturday as well. And so you can join me, you can interact with me, ask questions, learn as we go in these live sessions. We do 2 per week, and sometimes 3, and even last week we did 4. Absolutely incredible sessions there. Well, that's all we have time for today. So until I see you on the next episode, or until I see you on the Discord, happy trading.